If you suddenly feel like you're watching a Godzilla movie and the dubbing is completely off, well, it's because this is being recorded at a later date. I've filmed and recorded many times before in the Starbucks, but the noise was just too overwhelming this time. And so I'm talking to you from the future, or the present, or the past. I don't know. Anyhow, I'm ahead of this guy, or rather, yeah, I'm from the past compared to the guy that you're watching in the small window at the bottom of the screen. And I now know what I'm doing. Initially, I jumped into this with absolutely no idea. Post Malone's Concert Arena. It's nuts, and it probably takes me about 3 turns to figure out that it's Brawl. I haven't played a lot of Brawl. This is probably about the 5th, maybe the 5th game that I'm seeing. I do appreciate the artwork there. I do like that. So you'll see like games 5 through 11 maybe. I don't know. I get through this fairly quickly. I immediately went for Rakdos. The decks are already pre-constructed. And this is a fun event. It is a fun event. I am not thrilled, of course, that they've included arena cards in there, or rather the alchemy cards. How do you feel about those? Let me know in the comments. Is it just me? I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if I'm going to play alchemy, I might as well play Hearthstone. Go back to that. However, I played Hearthstone until MTG Arena came out, and then I quit immediately. I don't know if you hear my wife piping in that she misses Hearthstone. But yeah, it was cute, it was fun, but, you know, I played this because I want to play Magic the Gathering. I want to get the feel and the experience that I'm going to find on paper. But anyhow, maybe that's just me. Like I said, I'm willing to listen. Tell me in the comments below how or why alchemy is better or a good thing, and we can discuss it. Or maybe you can convince me or change my mind. So, not realizing what I needed to do, this is a full-on Rakdos deck. So you're going to see me taking the time to read a lot of cards. I am not familiar with enough of them, you know what I mean? Arena tends to focus, you know, only on winning, so you only play the cards that you're good with. Because this is, you know, Commander Light and has a singleton format where there's only one of each card in there. I'm not familiar with some of these. So, the idea here is to get as much land as possible, and what I didn't realize, and I will realize in later games, is my commander right there is a board wipe. It's a board wipe on a stick. It's a repeatable board wipe. Not always. You flip a coin when it comes into the battlefield, but I use it to great effect in later games. On a stick, yes. Yes. My wife is wondering what on a stick means. If you're if you're talking about Magic the Gathering, the effect that's on a stick, it means it's on a creature. It's normally a spell that would be cast one time and would have an effect in the game. Something like an Armageddon or Wrath of God, something that would kill all creatures. But if I have a creature that says, whenever this comes into the board, destroy all other creatures, I would say that would be like Wrath of God on a stick. Because I can, you know, repeat the process or whatever. Maybe I'm using that wrong. I don't know. Anyhow, it takes me a little while to figure out how to make this deck work properly. But at this point, I'm slowly learning as I go. This is a fun event, I will say. Like I said, aside from alchemy being in there, it is interesting. The decks are strong. By the end of this, I will show you completely the deck that I am playing. This game, unfortunately, will end, well, it'll end badly. It will end simply because the stream just stopped. This is where I figured out it was a Wrath on the stick, right? I cast him, I just wiped his board. It's a little late in the game for that, but it's it's an interesting effect. Anyhow, I'm going to stop yammering. I'm surprised you've even listened to me this long, provided you have. And I'm going to sit my Starbucks in the past, and I'm going to edit here in the present, and hopefully you will enjoy listening to this in the future. If you do, hit the like button. Regardless of whether you do or don't like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget, our contest is now live. You have a chance to win one of the commander decks. If you find the appropriate video, put I subscribed and choose your decks in the favorite order with it. Stick around? Did you actually hang out just a little bit longer? Well, I appreciate that. And as my wife pointed out, I actually want you to hit that dislike button twice if that's what you're going to do. So we picked up here knowing what was going to happen. I had played another game after my disastrous fail at Starbucks. You should have seen one meticulous play where I played wrong and cost me the game. As somebody once said, reading the card explains the card. Now I have a little bit better grasp of what I'm looking to do, and now that I know I have a board wipe on a stick, I will take that creature to play later on for sure. Gonti is that's just a good card no matter what, whether you get it in Commander or whether you get it here. This is Brawl again, so it's like Commander Light. 25 life, you've got a commander in a command zone that you can pull out repeatedly. I gotta get mana on the board fast, even if you have to use things that would normally be saved for channeling. Again, I want to build up a large board presence and just go for it. Anyhow, I probably don't need to narrate this. You can watch it double speed and figure out what's going on here. I'll just throw in some visuals here and there. How about that? stranger plays of the day. Like, huh? Why the heck did that guy bail? He must not have had what he needed to complete the game. I didn't really feel like I was going to pull away at that point. But we are moving on to the final game / games. So far, so good. I like this deck. I don't play Brawl. We established that earlier on. And with this deck, I might just start playing Brawl. At the end of it, I make sure to go over all the cards just in case I can't find a printed list of this anywhere else.